Good morning. Welcome, friends, to TLE's Move into Literacy special event today. I'm Enza, and today we're so excited to have a special guest with us. I have Liliana Tomasini here with me, and she's the author of the book that I'll be reading today, and it's called Octavia Can Do It. And I'm happy to say that this book won Mom's Choice Awards, honoring excellence. So happy for you, Liliana. So here I am to introduce Liliana Tomasini to you. Good morning, Liliana. How are you today?
Good morning, Enza. I'm fine, thank you. So happy you asked me to be here with you today.
Such an honor for us to have you as our special guest. So before I read your book, I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to write Octavia Can Do It?
My granddaughter, Octavia, inspired me. She likes to bake and she likes to put sprinkles in her cookies. And as you can see, her brother's helping her.
We could see that right
Yeah.
from the front page that there's going to be some cooking adventure happening in this book.
She likes to bake cookies, but in this particular story, she wants to bake them on her own.
Oh, so we're going to
Yeah.
discover what happens when a young lady decides to take on baking. All right. So are we ready? Can I go ahead and start? Friends, are you ready? All right. So if you have seen my other events, I always like to say who the author and illustrator are. That's important for me when reading a book because writing a book is such hard work. So Liliana, so honored to have you with me. So this book was written by Liliana Tomasini, and the illustrator, so the woman who drew these beautiful pictures, is Mariah Rauscher. So let's begin. Octavia Can Do It. And I love that she has a crown. I love that, princess. All right. And there's a dedication that Liliana made. So, to my precious grandchildren, Octavia and Ludovic, seeing the world through your eyes brings me so much joy. Nonna loves you very much. That's so nice, Liliana. And for all of you friends, Nonna means grandma in Italian. So Nonna Liliana loves her two grandkids. Okay, here we go. I'm a big girl now, declared Octavia as she looked in the mirror and adjusted her princess crown over her frizzy hair. Today, I'm going to make chocolate chip cookies all by myself. She hopped on her scooter and pedaled to the kitchen. Oh. Mama had flour, sugar, butter, and all of the other ingredients for the cookies on the counter when Octavia stepped into the kitchen. Mama, I want to bake the cookies by myself today for you. Papa and Ludovic, she boldly said. She wanted to bake cookies for her whole family. Are you sure you're ready? Octavia asked Mama. Yes, Mama, I have helped you many times. I can do it, please. All right, agreed Mama, but I will guide you on how to measure the ingredients, and you are too young to use the oven yet. Thank you, Mama, said Octavia, and gave her a big hug. Where do I start? Thought Octavia's mama left the kitchen to answer the phone. Ludovic, her little brother, wandered into the kitchen with Oslo wagging his tail. Look, there's Oslo. Cookies, yum, he said as he dragged his stool to the counter. I can help. No, Ludovic, I am baking the cookies all by myself, replied Octavia. Oh, Liliana, I can tell Octavia is a very, very, very hard-minded. What do we say? All right. Why is Mama taking so long on the phone? Grumbled Octavia. She picked up the container of flour. It was heavy. Ludovic, you can help me now. Together, they poured some of the flour into the large mixing bowl, spilling it on themselves and all over the floor. Oops, exclaimed Octavia. Then she saw a measuring cup. Uh-oh, she said to Ludovic. Uh-oh, I forgot about this. Octavia measured equal amounts of baking powder, baking soda, and salt and poured them into the bowl. She did the same with the cocoa, leaving a dusting of chocolate everywhere. Look at all that chocolate. I love. She's peeking over. Octavia added the butter and saw 2 eggs on the counter. Ludovic, please give me the eggs. She cracked one in the bowl. Ludovic tried to crack the second one, but missed the bowl, and the egg splattered all over the floor. Oh no. Oh no, Octavia cried out. She told Ludovic to wipe the egg off the floor as she peeked outside the kitchen. Mama was still talking on the phone, so Octavia did not ask her brother for another egg, or she did not ask her mom for another egg. Meanwhile, Ludovic began snacking on the chocolate chips. Ludovic, those are for the cookies, yelled Octavia. She grabbed the bag of chocolate chips and added it to the cookie dough. Now to add the secret ingredient, announced Octavia. Friends, can you try to guess what the secret ingredient is? I can tell you, they're sprinkles. Soon there were sprinkles all over the counter and floor. Ludovic, help me stir, commanded Octavia. The cookie dough is so hard. Just then, Mama came back into the kitchen and saw the floor and sprinkles everywhere. Oh, she gasped. You didn't need my help? No, Mama, replied Octavia. Ludovic helped and I'm almost finished. Octavia plopped scoops of cookie dough on the baking sheet. A cookie dough on the baking sheets that Mama had prepared. Not all the cookies were the same size, but that didn't matter to Octavia. I'm so excited to taste them, she announced. Mama smiled and put the cookie sheets in the oven. Why don't you and Ludovic go outside and play with Oslo while the cookies are baking, she suggested. After a few minutes of playing fetch with Oslo, Octavia and Ludovic heard the oven timer. Yay! Shouted Ludovic. The cookies are ready! Octavia grinned. I can smell them out here. Oh, let's close our eyes and smell those cookies. Mama came outside with a tray of freshly baked cookies and glasses of milk. It's such a beautiful day, she said. Let's eat the cookies in the backyard. At the picnic table, Ludovic took a bite of a cookie. Yuck! He made a face and tossed the rest of the cookie back on the plate. Oh. Octavia scolded at Ludovic. She picked up a cookie, took a big bite, and made a face. Yuck! The cookie was hard and dry and not as sweet as Mama's cookies. She gulped down her milk and climbed up the slide and sat on the top pouting. Papa will not like my cookies, she thought. Mama smiled at Octavia. They taste good for your first time, she said. They taste awful, Octavia said with tears in her eyes. They're salty and hard. Oh, poor Octavia. Oh, look, she has a tear. Octavia slid down the slide and dashed back to the kitchen. What did I do wrong? She wondered. She looked at the counter and saw the different sizes of measuring cups and the bag of sugar. Oh no, she moaned. I only used one measuring cup and I forgot to add the sugar. She started to cry. I should have asked Mama for help. When Mama, Ludovic, and Oslo came back into the kitchen, Octavia was wiping her tears. Mama, would you help me bake cookies tomorrow? She asked. Mama smiled, nodded, and gave Octavia a big hug. But right now, would you please help me clean up the kitchen? Even Mama needs help sometimes. Octavia looked at the messy kitchen. Mama, I have an idea. I'm not going to help you clean the kitchen. I'm going to clean it all by myself. I can do it. She adjusted her princess crown and went to work. I love that. The end. Oh, friends, did you enjoy that story? I love it. So, cooking and baking. Octavia learned so much while cooking with her mother and Ludovic. Do you remember some parts of the story? She had to measure. So 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups. She had to add the number of eggs. They learned what happens when you mix the ingredients together. Like when you mix flour, eggs, and sugar together makes a dough. And then when butter melts, it becomes a liquid form. So much to learn when we bake. Isn't science delicious, Liliana?
It is.
So, Liliana, I want to ask you, what's your favorite part of the book?
My favorite part of the book is when Octavia realizes that she had to ask for help. The whole thing of the story is that, yes, you can do things on your own, but you have to know when to ask for help. You shouldn't be afraid. So I think she learned her lesson there. The next time she's going to ask, you know, kids, they're young, they have no patience, they want to do everything fast. Some adults do the same.
Yes.
So,
well, and she was like, how old was she in the story when
she was 4 years old there.
4? Imagine. What a good initiative though. So that's how we learn. And friends, that's how you learn, by trying and doing. Good job. And so I wanted to let friends know that if you buy this book, in the book, there's the actual recipe. So the last page of the book has the recipe of the double chocolate chip cookies that you can actually try to make with your mama, your papa, or your nonna. And it looks really delicious. There she is. So I wanted to ask you about that cookie recipe. Is it a family recipe, Liliana?
Well, it is now. It started off as a basic chocolate chip cookie recipe, but we changed it. We added cocoa, we switched sugars, and we added, of course, sprinkles.
Octavia's favorite sprinkles. I love
sprinkles.
it.
Sprinkles everywhere.
Oh, great. And so there's friends, I want to invite you to visit TLEliteracy.com on our website for the post. We have a special post of Octavia Can Do It to find the double chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's free for you, so go online and take a look. And there's also some other activities that Liliana and her team have created. So there are some coloring pages for you and other information and other stuff. So great. I encourage you once again to bake your cookies with your loved ones. Send us pictures. If you're baking with your family and you have end result, send pictures to us. You can always send to admin@TLEliteracy.com and we'll post them on our website. So Liliana, do you have another book in your series?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Since I wrote the first book, Octavia and Ludovic welcomed a baby brother into their family.
Wow.
So this book is all about how they learn how to adjust to a baby, both of them, how they welcome him into the family.
Oh, seems nice.
And I'm also in the book in this one.
Oh, show us, Liliana. Oh, there you are. I love it.
So now I have 3 grandchildren.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank
You
you.
have your signature purple glasses. I love it. So there are 3 grandchildren.
Yes.
How great. Well, thank you so much, Liliana, for spending your Sunday morning with us.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for reading my book.
So we thank everyone. Thank you, friends. We wish you a wonderful day. And please go bake those cookies and send us some pictures. Bye-bye.
Bye.